So this is question 4. So I've got 2x cubed plus x squared minus 1 equals 0, and there's exactly one real root. So question A asks, show that for this equation the Newton-Raphson formula can be written like this. So the important bit here is the Newton-Raphson formula. So I know that this formula is on the formula sheet. If I have a look at that, it tells me that it is xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn over f prime xn. So the derivative of f of xn. So f of xn is just my equation, which is 2xn cubed plus xn squared plus 1. Now I want to differentiate it. So 2 times 3, 6. Take away 1 from the power, 2, so 6xn squared. And then times by 2, so I've got 2xn. 2 take away 1 is 1, so that's just 2xn. Minus 1 differentiates to 0. So I've got that. So let's put that all together. So xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus 2xn cubed plus xn squared minus 1 all over 6xn squared plus 2xn. So it doesn't quite look like what I'm looking for yet. It's all in one fraction. So I want to make this also all in one fraction. So what I can do, I'm going to times xn by this and end up with 6xn cubed plus 2xn squared. When I make it a fraction, I know that will simplify to make xn. So times both top and bottom by this. Then I'm minusing 2xn cubed plus xn squared minus 1 all over 6xn squared plus 2xn. Well, now because the denominator of the fraction is the same, I can put it together. So 6xn cubed minus 2xn cubed gives me 4xn cubed. Got plus 2xn squared minus xn squared, so that leaves me with 1 xn squared. And I've got minus 1 gives me plus 1. That's all over 6xn squared plus 2xn. And nicely, that's exactly what I was looking for. So that's done. So let's look at part B. So here it says, use the formula with x1 equals 1, and I want to find x2 and x3. So let's start with x1 equals 1. So to find x2, I'm going to do 4 lots of x1 cubed plus x1 squared plus 1 all over 6x1 squared plus 2x1. So let's substitute x1 equals 1 into that. So that's 4 lots of 1 cubed plus 1 squared plus 1 all over 6 lots of 1 squared plus 2 times 1, which is 4 plus 1 plus 1 over 6 plus 2 plus 6 over 8 equals 3/4. Great, so now I've got x2. x2 equals 3/4. I can use that to find x3. So x3 is 4x2 cubed plus x2 squared plus 1 all over 6x2 squared plus x2, which is 4 3/4 cubed plus 3/4 squared plus 1, 6 3/4 squared plus 2, that's 3/4. Going to use my calculator for this. So I've got 4 3/4 cubed plus 3/4, squared plus 1, and at the bottom I've got 6 3/4 squared plus 2 3/4. That gives me 2/3. So x3 is equal to 2/3. Great. So let's look at question C. So it says, explain why, for this question, the Newton-Raphson method cannot be used with x1 equals 0. Let's look at our formula. If we put in x1 equals 0 and have 0 plus 0 plus 1 all over 0 plus 0. So I've got a 0 at the bottom. Don't like that. So let's write this down as we go through it. So if x1 equals 0, then bottom, so 6xn squared plus 2xn is equal to 0. And that's in the bottom of a fraction. That's not too good. It's not going to be nice. So I know that this means there's going to be a stationary point. So this means there is a stationary point at x equals 0, and I know that this means that the Newton-Raphson formula is not going to work. Oops, can't spell. It's not going to work. Great, so that's finished.